True North Homeschool Academy, and I am here to talk about some questions I've been getting regarding specific classes that we offer. They sound kind of similar, but they have some distinctions, so I just wanted to clarify between a couple of our classes: executive functioning skills, life skills. We also have study skills, and then we have career exploration, and we actually also have what is the other one? Personal finance. And so there are some overlap and similarities between them, but want to give you a quick rundown about the distinctions between them because they're not all created equal. They do have some overlap. The one thing that they all have in common is they really help students to discover and develop their personal strengths and skills. The other thing that they all have in common is they help students develop their soft skills, also known as interpersonal skills. You know, we talk about that a lot at True North Homeschool Academy. You can always head on over to the podcast at Life Skills 101, Life Skills for Digital Age. That the first year of our podcast, we talked about interpersonal or soft skills all year long. So we have done a lot of just work and talking about soft skills. So those are two distinctives that they both, or all five of these classes, have in common. They all have in common developing kids' personal strengths and skills and developing their soft skills or interpersonal skills. So, what are some of the differences? I'm going to start with executive functioning skills and study skills because these seem to be the two classes that people are asking about the most. Like, how are they really different? So, I'm going to start with study skills. This is a class we did offer a 6-week summer class taught by Angie Farrell. Our summer session is over. We've had questions about that too, but it ended on July 15th. We're talking about fall classes that are going to begin the week of August 22nd. So let's start with study skills. And Tamara Poole is going to be teaching this class in the fall. So study skills, that class is going to cover material to help students explore different methods, tools, and resources for studying well. It's very specific towards studying. Students are going to begin to identify their learning preferences and multiple senses. They're going to learn a lot of really practical, hands-on, applicable, actionable skills like how to organize a study space, how to manage their time, how to handle stress, how to memorize. That's an important study skill. How to take notes, including how to annotate and outline, how to research, how to proofread, how to cite sources, and how to prepare for tests. That's a huge study skill in and of itself. So students are going to really build their confidence as they learn those study skills. It's a really, again, practical step. A lot of you guys think that your kids have study skills, and in the many years that I've worked with True North and another big educational company and taught and tutored kids, most kids don't have really very well developed study skills. I hate to break it to you, but it's true. This is a half credit class that meets every other week. And the National Latin Exam test prep is on the off weeks that the study skills class is. So if you're looking for National Latin Exam, Tamara Poole teaches that. Also a great test to have on your transcript. So that's what study skills will be teaching. Very specific, very directed towards how to study, how to organize, how to manage yourself as a student, and how to do some study skills like memory work, how to annotate and get ready for a test, how to write a paper, those kind of things. Now, it's not a writing class, so for those, you want other things, but it's going to give the kids a lot of tools in their toolbox, and again, it's a half credit class. That is the study skills class. It is different than the executive functioning skills class. The executive functioning skills class really is going to focus on self-regulation, and it is going to touch on all 7 forms of executive functioning, which includes adaptable thinking, self-control, time management, working memory, including reasoning and decision making, organization, planning, and self-monitoring. This class is taught by Charlotte Cantrell. She's also teaching the adapted U.S. and world history classes for us. So this would be kids who might have learning disabilities, processing disorders, might be medically fragile. For some reason, they might not be at the intellectual level of their grade or age. Okay, so using multiple resources, the kids are going to have some discussion. They're going to have great tips and tools, actionable items for them to gain control and mastery over their everyday lives. So they're going to learn things like how to make a schedule, how to create a personal calendar, how to create short, effective lists that they can work off of, tips to help our memory. This is usually one of the number one um, clues I get from parents when they call and say their kids are struggling or behind. If I hear the words, my kids have difficulty with memory, that is a key to me that they might possibly have a learning disorder or processing disorder or other issue that keeps them from really being at grade level. And so this class is going to really help them with that. It's going to be very practical and actionable. And then also helping the kids understand how their actions affect other people. So you can see the classes, the study skills and the executive functioning skills, these serve different purposes, possibly even a different population, although your kids might want to take both. The executive functioning skills, it's not, it doesn't have to be if your kids are in the adapted classes. It can be for anybody. I would say it's probably for kids who have some kind of specific challenge or struggle academically. And we're going to limit that class size to 10 kids. It's a full year, every week class. So the distinctives between the study skills and executive functioning skills class are the study skills class, again, focused really tightly on how to study, how to be a great student. And the executive functioning skills class is going to be on how to really manage yourself in the world, how to get the things done that you need to get done, and how to have personal responsibility. Okay, so two very distinct classes. I want to also mention life skills because this one is somewhat similar as well. But the life skill class is going to allow students to develop an understanding of the skills necessary to launch successfully as a young adult. So there are going to be three broad topics in this course, and it's a full year, every week class. They're going to talk about making the most of their life transitions, and how to prepare for a first job. So there's 7 units: finding and creating a healthy life balance, organizing your life, including time management, how to prioritize, calendar, all those kind of things. How can you afford to leave home? Kids are going to create a budget and a move out budget specifically, and a checklist for how to do that. Budgeting and managing money. Students are going to create a sample budget, a meal plan. How to interview. So students are going to participate in a mock job interview experience. How to create a resume. Students will actually complete a resume and a cover letter before the end of this class. And the workplace environment and experience, how they can be a good worker, how to have a positive first work experience. So the life skills class is very much, we jokingly call it Adulting 101, very practical, but very hands-on about how to launch, literally how to move from your parents' house into your own dwelling, how to manage your payments for an apartment and a car, budgeting, how to cook for yourself, all those kind of things. We're not teaching cooking, but how to budget for feeding yourself. Important things. So a really practical hands-on class for everybody. I want to mention 2 more really super practical classes that we teach. One is personal finance, and it talks about the three key areas of money management. How to make wise money choices now, how to make wise money choices in the future, and how to prepare for financial independence. So this class is really focused on money, and we use Beyond Personal Finance class. I like it a lot. Charlotte McKinley, who wrote it, she used to teach Dave Ramsey's money management class for teens, and she realized that it was really written for adults who were in financial trouble. And she realized that the kids she was teaching it to weren't in financial trouble. So they didn't really understand what that meant. So she took a lot of those concepts, she's a CPA herself, and she gamified it. So it's kind of like Dave Ramsey's class smashed up with the game of life. So the kids have challenges as they go through this class. They might like accidentally break their leg, it's all theoretical, or they might have their car break down or whatever, and they really learn to manage and adjust to things that just get thrown at them, because that's really how life goes, right? So the lessons included in personal finance include things like how to pay for college, how to launch into your career and pay for vocational training, how to budget, car purchase and apartment rental, how to select a spouse. Sounds kind of funny in a budgeting class, but super important. They also go over the high cost of divorce, credit cards and interest, baby and payroll, how to purchase a house, insurance, school choice, investments, business basics, layoffs and reconciliations, income tax, and retirement. So as you can see, it's a super pragmatic class. It's a full year, every week class. and it really prepares well the kids for how to manage their money when they leave home. Sorry about that. Okay, and the last one I want to talk to you about is career exploration. This, in my opinion, is a must-have class for your kids, regardless if they take the excellent career exploration class that we have at True North Homeschool Academy or find another one. I really want to encourage you as parents to help your kids find a career exploration class. It can save you and them frustration, time, and money. I say this all the time. Most kids are taking 6 years to graduate from college instead of four, with an average of $37,000 in debt. The longer they're in college, the more debt they generally have. And then they graduate mid 20s. They're not prepared to move on to the next thing. So really understanding in high school what their interests are, their skills, their family strengths, developing leadership skills is going to really save them so much time and money throughout their life. So in this class, again, very practical and pragmatic, they're going to identify the intersection of their passions, interests, the necessity of work, their family strengths. They're going to do some interviewing of their parents. They're going to explore the difference between work and career. Wow, that's kind of an interesting concept, right? And how both fit into their personal pathway. They're going to learn how they best learn. They're going to understand their strengths and weaknesses using a multitude of personal assessments. And then they're going to leave with a personal pathway that blends their strengths, interests, passions, and giftings paired with real world career exploration using the Holland Code. And so the student is going to identify spheres of possibility instead of a single job or career, which is going to be really important for our kids in the future. Our kids are really going to probably have, on average, 7 careers. And that's not 7 jobs, that's 7 distinct vocational careers. That's like a lot to prepare for. And none of us can, because some of these jobs probably don't even exist yet. But we want to lay really firm foundations. We want to give our kids the academic strengths and tools that they need, the interpersonal and soft skills that they need, the hard skills, the soft skills, the faith skills, all the skills, so that they can launch really successfully and well. And that's what this class begins to prepare them to do. I love this class. It's really a really well done class. We do some leadership reading and books. It's very project based. I would say that about all these classes. They're all very project based. The kids actually do some reading and leadership studies, and very actionable. So I have created a grid. We'll probably share it in an email. But there's differences between each class, and I've just in this grid I've talked about scheduling skills and budgeting time. The classes that hit this are study skills, executive functioning skills, and life skills. The classes that touch on developing memory skills are study skills and executive functioning skills. The classes that work on developing budgeting skills are life skills, personal finance, and some a little bit on executive functioning skills. Understanding personality and personal skills would be study skills, executive functioning skills, life skills, and career exploration. Exploring vocational interests will be life skills and career exploration. Developing soft skills, all 5 of them. Developing interview and research skills will be study skills, life skills, and career exploration. And then students discovering and developing their personal strengths and skills will be all 5 of these classes. So again, there's distinctives between them. We're offering all 5 of them because we feel like they're really important. I did a Facebook Live with Meredith Curtis earlier this week. You can go check it out. And we were just kind of joking, like it's not a bad thing for your kids to take all of these classes, even if they don't take them through us, and go over these kind of concepts over and over, because the best learning is really done in a layered approach. So you learn it one way, and then you have another neural pathway that you hit, and so it just makes for a really good learning all the way around. If you have any questions about any of these classes, please reach out to me. Would love to chat with you about it. Classes begin the week of August 22nd. Registration is wide open, so we'd love to have you join us for what's going to be a great year of learning. We have a couple classes that are close to closing. Our third and last section of biology is close to closing. Chemistry, our final section, anatomy and physiology, I think there's 2 spots in it, and there's not going to be another section. Physics, we're getting there. Informal logic, we're almost there. The Spanish ones and the Latin one. And Lit and Comp, some of our science and English in junior high, 9th and 10th grade, they're getting close to full. So if you have questions, let me know. I'm happy to talk with you, and I will catch you guys later. I hope you have a good weekend. And that's it for now. Bye, everybody.